Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back. We are a bit late on a couple trailers. I've been a bit busy. So there's no excuse, to be honest. I've just been doing other things. So I've been playing a lot of Valorant recently. I don't know if you guys want to see a Valorant video on the channel. It's been like 2 years since I last played that game, but I'm finally back on that. But in the meantime, they dropped a cinematic and then 2 videos about Warwick that we missed out on, and the game is officially in closed beta mode, so now it's like actually out. So at some point we definitely got to hop back in, because now that all of our stuff is like actually saved basically, so now would be the time to start playing. So definitely want to hop back on that. But first, let's do this Twix KO cinematic. We're a bit late on a bunch of stuff, so let's do some catch up. It makes me happy knowing that they're going this hard on the game. And this looks good too. Echo being a hero like always. Okay, that's my boy right there. He was my favorite character in Arcane, and he is my second favorite character in this game. What on earth? And again, this looks really good too, and I guess I shouldn't be surprised since it's Riot Games, right? But still. Echo, she's not gonna commit suicide. Come on, dude. Look at this power dynamic that they got going on, just jumping people, working together. And there he is, the big bad wolf himself. Unfortunately, he got leaked, right? Like twice, but you know, it's cool. We expected him to be here at some point. Oh man, they are jumping Ari, holy heck. Echo, was you tooted up? Echo, what is going on? Echo, no. They're getting dragged right now. Alright, what's going on with you? What's with these archers? Dang, can't save them all, huh? She bursted? Whoa, what was that? That dude flew at her. Okay. How long don't get, dang, this is 4 minutes of straight heat. Holy heck. Wow. Dang, they folded them dudes. Holy heck. Uh-oh. On to the next match. Yo, that was actually kind of sick. What the heck? Dang, this power dynamic between Ari and Echo was kind of nice to see. Holy. That was really good, actually. Like, animation-wise, there's no, like, sounds or nothing like that, but that doesn't really matter in something like this. This is the official cinematic. I hope we get more at some point, you know. I'm glad they're doing this for sure. And it just makes me even more excited for the freaking MMO that they have. I know they posted job listings for it, you know. Unfortunately, I'm too inexperienced to apply for it, right? But, you know. Besides, I'm making my own game. Regardless, I can't wait for that MMO to come out. And I'm just glad that this is here, you know. The Riot client is finally getting filled out with games to play, and it's just nice to see. Just a really good cinematic. Like, I'm actually surprised about this. Alright, let's watch the Warwick gameplay reveal. See what's going on with this furball. Oh my god, he has like the pants and everything. And it's like League of Legends Warwick, not Arcane Warwick 2, which is nice to see. He has a headbutt. What is going on? Is that 2x assist? I think it is. Bro, I'm a Juggernaut Darius player, so it's hard for me to tell. Whoa. He jumps from across the screen, and then he has a ninja super or whatever. Okay. Oh no, he has like an enhanced form. Oh man. Holy heck. He's just aggressive. Oh, this is sick. Ooh. Okay, that was actually kind of cool. It being like a silhouette of him getting sliced. Dang. Alright, let's watch the this. I believe it's this. It's gotta be a special move, right? That downward slice.
Hey everyone, Peter Rosas,
What up, Peter?
Warwick.
And I'm Steve Bankert, also
Hi,
designer on
Steve.
the team.
We are talking about everyone's favorite Beastie Boy today.
He's here.
Warwick. For those uninitiated, Warwick is a man who was cruelly experimented on, and you know, he became a beast. And
Or so
we wanna
they
make
say.
Sure that you know the players get to feel like that ferocious beast monster character. When you think of Warwick, you know that he's always trying to hunt the prey down, right? So we wanted to make sure that we could, you know, put that feeling into the player's hands. What does it feel like to pursue prey and get them? And then the last thing we wanted to kind of get across to the player or let them perform is like breaking the rules of the game, right? Just uncaging them, like allowing them to feel feral, right? We wanted players.
That's what we like, okay.
Worried about what's going to happen. How is he going to get to you? Unpredictable movement. Where is he going to come from? The ground, the sky, represent that agility. All those things. We wanted to make sure that
He has
they
like
were
a dash?
present in his kit. So the first attack that we're going to look at, it's called Claws of the Beast, which is stand S1. What's really cool about this move,
Yeah,
besides
okay.
it being an overhead, is that
An
when
overhead?
it hits the opponent, they go into kind of like a medium knockdown,
Oh,
which you
no.
can then use to set up, you know, follow-ups. If you hold S1, he could run for a pretty long time. During that run, he's projectile
Whoa.
right? When he comes out of the run, he's no longer projectile invulnerable, so you have to time it. So his next attack is called Rage of the Beast. It has
That's
a
really
similar
good,
start
actually.
to Claws of the Beast, but you know, instead at the end, he ends with a lunging headbutt. If
Okay, that's that
you use
headbutt
Wrath of
move
the
we
Beast,
saw.
then that gives you advantage, right? Or it lets you blow through their attack. Right.
And then you talked about sort of like Warwick, he's coming at you like really horizontal, but you also added this nice vertical element to his game on the Crouch S1.
So with his Crouch S1 suite, he goes into Primal Leap. So that's this little flip here. And if you hold down an S1, he goes
Oh my
up.
goodness. I thought
And
that
what's,
was the
like, really
super
cool
leap
about
that
this
they were doing in
move
the
is when
trailer.
it goes up, it does hit going up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then when you use Primal Leap, you know, he has 3 different follow-ups. The first one being
Oh, man.
Pursuit, where he does a really quick diving bite. And what's really cool about that is that then that knocks up the opponent and it allows you to follow up. His next follow-up attack in the Primal Leap suite is Tear. And the reason that you want to use Tear is that it ground bounces the opponent and it hits in the front, but as you can see, it kind of like hovers in the air ever so slightly. So,
Yeah, the cross up is nasty.
and it crosses up, right? So it's kind of
I
hard
hate
to block,
cross-ups every
which is
time
really
it gets me.
interesting. And then on top of that, it's plus on block. So if the opponent blocks it, you know, you could use this as a way to kind of keep up pressure. And then for those pesky opponents who are too defensive, you want to go ahead and use Snare, right? Just because that
A grab?
does a really good amount of damage.
And it's command throw.
It's
A command throw, yeah.
Nice.
So you can't block it. What's really cool is if you're using either Rage of the Beast or Claws of the Beast, right? You could cancel that by pressing up and getting a Primal Leap cancel out of that, thereby adding another layer to your offensive capability.
Yeah.
One of the things that's really cool about Warwick, you can get the opponent to the corner pretty nicely, and then once the opponent's in the corner, that's typically like a safer space you could be in, right? You can't really get crossed up in the corner.
Right.
You know, once again, the idea is no safe spaces against
Dude,
him.
he is
And
big
to that
too.
point, you know, we added the Primal Climb where he gets to
Oh my.
cling onto the corner. What's really cool about this is that he has access to those same kind of Primal Leap follow-ups, but they're like enhanced. They're much stronger from the corner, right? So when he does Pursuit and it hits, you know, the opponent is launched and they spin out, allowing for cooler combos. When you use the M attack, you know, you'll see it's a little bit different.
Right.
He's doing a new attack called Rend, which, you know, can ground bounce
Oh,
an
shoot.
airborne opponent, but against a standing opponent, it leaves
And then
them
it hits on the
standing with
way
a lot
up,
of hit points.
too.
And then, you know, he also has Snare from there as well, just in case the opponent gets a little too defensive.
Right. Too comfy.
Exactly. And then the other awesome thing is, you know, once again, if you press the charged version of Primal Leap, he'll go into Primal Climb automatically.
And that's cool too, just seeing the way that the way the offense sort of develops based on the opponent's tendencies. You can condition in certain ways if you want to. He really lets you play that sort of like offensive style.
So his Air S1 is his attack called Feral Fang, where he kind of drops down on the opponent after jumping forward. You know, it's a series of like slash and bites. And what's really cool about this attack is, you know, it kind of sets up nicely for some of his grounded follow-ups.
Oh, shoot.
And his S2 is an attack called Savage Slashes, right? So pressing S2, he does 2 slash. Pressing S2 again, he'll do a 3rd slash. And then pressing S2 one more time,
That's 4 hits.
he does a 4th slash, right? And what's really awesome about this is
Let me
just,
guess, you
know,
can
it's on the
cancel from any
player
of these?
to kind of input those slashes as they see fit. They get to feel that they're actually tearing into the opponent. His next attack in his S2 suite is his Crouch S2, and it's called Bloodseeker. So this move is, you know, it functions kind of like a really strong anti-air, right? This is the only kind of attack in the game that is pretty much anti-air invulnerable after the start of it, all the way through the attack. So, you know, when you think of like anti-air attacks in our games, we have our launchers, but these are only invulnerable for a few frames, whereas Crouch S2 for Warwick is invulnerable like the whole time.
Right.
That's by design. That's part of Warwick's catch and release gameplay. We want to use S1 to pursue the opponent and use S2 to viciously maul them, but at the same time, once you do that, you knock them away. And then
they have a chance to breathe.
S2
Gotcha.
is his spinning slicers. So what's really cool about that is that, you know, much like his ground Savage Slashes, he has like this additional slash that you get to input as the player. So you don't have to do it if you don't want to. But as you can see, like when you do it, you do knock the opponent away. So there is a trade-off.
Yeah, give him some a chance to recuperate
Last
or whatever.
attack on his S2 suite is
So
this
people don't get
foreign S2
mauled.
called Feral Bite, and this is where he kind of like rears back and he picks the opponent and tosses them over his head. You know, what's really cool about this move is that you can like cancel the recovery of the move.
What?
This move is essential because, you know, you can do it after his air S1, you could do it after his
Oh shoot. Okay. I get it.
you can do it after any like real opportunity where you knock the opponent down. That's an opportunity to use Feral Bite. There's 3 areas of like Warwick's design that we were trying to like really hit. So S1 is all about the pursuit, right? It's all about the hunt. So S2, it's all about the players getting to feel that like power transfer, you know, when you're like tearing up an opponent. And the last one was just uncaging the player, right? Like just allowing them to go fully feral. As Warwick, you know, lands these S2 attacks, which, you know, you can see
And that's
here,
how he builds up the
he's
meter.
building up the bloodlust gauge. And then once it's full, you'll see him go into this bloodlust state. When you go into bloodlust, you know, Warwick just becomes that much more enhanced.
Oh boy,
His
more
dashes
enhancements.
speed up.
Yeah, it's like across the board. Too, like
Right.
speed, power, like he.
Exactly, right? He gains 2 new specials. He's able to recover his gray health.
Well,
whenever
on
he
the
does his
field.
S2 attacks,
Oh, okay.
you can see it slowly.
It's a good chunk.
Yeah, it's
when he-
slowly
when he's healing up.
recovering.
That's good.
As I mentioned, you know, he has some new specials that get added, right? So he loses Rage of the Beast, but instead gains a new move called Wrath.
Do you ever think that they would like increase the amount of special moves a character has? Because they're trading it off right here, right? Which I guess makes sense since he's in like an enhanced state, so you don't want to give him too many options. But like at the same time, do you think like down the line they would give characters like brand new moves to mess around with?
So he loses Rage of the Beast,
Yeah.
but instead gains a new move called Wrath of the Beast, where he does this crazy.
I guess not, because they want to. I guess they want to keep it simple by only having the player do up, down, or left, right, and then like down special moves. So I guess
forward
not.
Translating slash. And what's really cool.
What the
cool
freak
about
was
this is
that?
this crazy, quick forward translating slash. And what's really
That
cool
is
about that is that move is
insane.
still projectile invulnerable, and it causes a wall bounce. It does crazy damage. And then if you're close enough, it crosses up at the last
Yeah,
second.
that's the
Right?
nastiest part.
Yeah,
Oh wow, it's like his actual kit in the game.
that's where it gets, you know, that's where it gets really unpredictable, really scary. And then the other new attack that he gains is an upgraded version of Feral Bite. He gains a new attack called Feral Feast.
Yeah.
So check it out.
That's on the 4S too.
Yeah, it's on forward.
That's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
And then you get a combo after
yeah,
that.
That's
right.
pretty sweet.
And you know, other thing that's really cool about that is that, you know, when he connects that, when the opponent has recoverable life, he takes it all away.
What?
Oh,
Addition to
I
the
straight up
damage.
did not know about that. For, yeah,
What?
Like,
yeah,
oh,
that's-
wait, who okayed that? You don't lose the corner carry, so you know
That's
know,
huge.
the
And
other
you don't
really cool
lose the
thing,
corner
and
either?
This is kind of like what really is at the heart of Bloodlust. You could cancel certain specials into certain specials.
Yeah, it's good.
What that means is that you could cancel his
The gauge is
Bloodseeker
running out, which is
into a
nice.
Feral Fang.
Yeah.
You could cancel his Vid Slashes into a Wrath of the Beast.
And that's what I was thinking you
Another
could do.
thing that
You
he
could
gains
cancel those
is an
slash
aerial
into
version of
any
Primal
move
Leap
and get whatever.
that he doesn't
Especially
have
after that
normally.
pop-up, the third hit.
So when you're attacking the opponent and they're blocking, you can use this as a way to kind of break their defense.
Like what?
Right.
So we just wanted to make sure that, you know, players just had options and they
Too
were able
many
to kind of
options.
utilize the combos the way they want.
As you're doing these cancels, you're like spending, like the gauge depletes like fairly slowly on its own. But if you want to access the power, you got to spend some of it looks like.
That was our way to ensure that this didn't become like grossly imbalanced. The way that we kind of did that was ensuring, you know, his new moves, they do take up some of that
Oh, okay, that's
bloodlust
good.
gauge. There is a cost to using them because they're so strong. It's also, whenever you cancel, there is also a cost associated with that.
Okay.
He's giving up, you know, some of his bloodlust gauge to break the rules of the game. And that's what's awesome. You know, the player gets to choose the routes to maximize the
And that's what they were
bloodlust
talking
gauge.
about,
We were
breaking the
talking about
rules at
super.
the very
Yeah,
beginning.
let's go for it.
His S1 super, you know, it falls in line with the idea of pursuing.
Yep.
Right? It's takes a leap back, and then he flies towards the opponent, uses his agility, slashes them a ton of times,
Yeah.
and then brings them down to the ground, right?
And that's our take on Infinite Duress.
Yes,
For like the 2x
exactly.
KO version.
Nice.
What's really cool about this super too is that it's one of the few that can be done in the air. It also tracks.
Oh yeah, I can jump and show that. off,
Yeah.
too.
So it's gonna like follow.
And it just hits.
It's gonna predict where where Jinx will be, and
Yeah.
it'll like land it and like hit her. You know, if you use it in double down, it's just like really easy for kind of Warwick to kind of capitalize.
Dude, they
to
just dropped
kind of
Teemo
reach
too, and now we have Warwick to
anywhere.
mess
So it makes
around
him a
with.
pretty strong partner in that regard.
That's cool.
But yeah, so it's S2 super, no escape. What's really cool about that is, you know, he does a bunch of slashes, kind of in line with that feeling of, you know, the S2 slash the savage
Right.
slashes, right?
It's like the ultimate form of the S2s.
Exactly. But what's really cool about that too is that, you know, it fills up the bloodlust gauge. So using this at the end of a combo,
Yeah, it
right?
does.
Like it gives you about like 40%. So then if you were doing it after the savage slashes, you know, that's just a really quick way for you to
That's
get
a lot of meter. Holy heck.
65% of the bloodlust gauge. And then his ultimate attack, one of the coolest in the
It's
game.
so sick.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
I mean, come on. So his ultimate
the
attack,
output.
called like, you know, Blood Hunt. Shout outs to everyone that made this possible. But like, look at this. Let's take a second to appreciate this, right?
Yeah, this is definitely the best looking super
Following the
for sure.
trail.
You get the whole fantasy of like the going through the streets is on.
Yeah, and what's like also super cool about this attack is that, you know, it can like pick up off the ground. Another really cool thing about it is that if you aren't in Bloodlust, it will instantly put you into
Yeah,
it.
it's like the
Wait,
it's like a
what?
conversion. So
Right.
I'm gonna turn all this meter and I'm going right into Bloodlust and dealing a ton of damage.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's good.
It's,
All right.
It's expensive, mind you.
It's
not
very
that,
expensive.
You instantly get it. 3 bars to get there. You're cashing out. For those of you who were wondering, like, well, hey man, like if I'm already in Bloodlust,
Oh yeah.
like what's the
payoff?
benefit? Like why would I even do it beside the damage? Well, you know, our homage to League, right, is that we let Warwick heal. Like he's like the only character that can do that. When you hit the ultimate, you can see that he actually gains back life.
Oh
It's a
wow.
big chunk.
Yeah, it's a big chunk. He
Holy.
becomes like this force that's just kind of unkOable, you know, unstoppable. So he has 2 assists. His first one is an assist version of Rage of the Beast. That's his forward and assist. What I think so good about that is that it's like really cool at like knocking the opponent away and just being annoying, right? If you team up Warwick with somebody like Teemo, or you team him up with like Jinx, right? Like
Right, that gives me all this space to just start pelting you with
exactly,
rockets.
right? Like if I'm like flying around with Teemo, just kind of being annoying, boom, I knock you away, and then I just start throwing more rocks, right? Like shooting more pebbles at you, right?
I'm
Like-
seeing this scenario in my nightmares.
like, oh
Yeah.
no, don't give him ideas. Don't give him ideas. You know, that to me is what's awesome about like using that assist, right? You can plug him in as also like a damage extender. Yeah, you could pick up off of it. It's like the timing is tight, but you could do
Nice.
it, and that allows you to kind of like, you know, let Warwick come in. He could get some blood gauge, you know, that kind of thing. What's also awesome when Warwick is used as an assist is that when he's off of the screen, he doesn't lose bloodlust gauge.
Okay,
So,
so you don't have to worry.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Like always keeping him on point.
Exactly. So,
cool.
you know, if you like, you know, get a little bit of the bloodlust gauge and then tag him back out, it'll stay at that same amount. And then
Is
his
Teemo
back assist,
super annoying in the
he
game?
does
I
an
haven't
assist
fought him
version
yet,
of
obviously.
Bloodsucker.
Okay.
You could use Warwick to pick him back up to
Got it.
extend the combo, you know? And then also, once again, it's also good at creating space, kind of knocking the opponent away.
But yeah, so you have like the one assist that really covers that horizontal space, and then the other one kind of like can command the skies. If you're able to knock him out, right, and he's down and out, what does a super assist look like?
So his super assist is basically no escape. Yep.
Oh wow.
And in my opinion, this might be like one of the.
It's really good.
It might be one of the strongest super assists. You know,
I
you know,
remember
no
you-
bias, no bias.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, we've talked a ton about just like his different strengths, sort of like philosophy, how he got there. But what about if you're playing against Warwick and you're like, man, what do I do against this guy? What are like some weaknesses you should keep on the brain?
thing about Warwick is that he is a bigger champ.
He gets hit by anything.
He can get hit by buttons that are kind of thrown out because he has like some bigger hurt boxes with his attacks as well. Like he could get punished if your spacing is incorrect. We wanted to make sure that there was counterplay to all of his attacks, right? So if your opponent is like highly aware of Warwick's kit, then you have to kind of surprise them. We wanted to make sure that while Warwick did feel scary, like he doesn't feel there's no counterplay to him. You know, for all of Warwick's strengths and everything, he does need to get up close for him to like really strike fear into the opponent.
So on a team then, it sounds like you really want to pair someone up with Warwick who's going to cover these weaknesses for him. Who do you feel like is like a strong fit for that on the roster right now?
So I think that, like, you know, once again, Jinx, very helpful.
Oh, you don't say.
projectile allows her to kind of cover him and allows him a way in. Another champion that I was using recently that I think is pretty fun is like Teemo. Any character that could kind of like help Warwick.
That was cool. What the heck?
More bloodless gauge, I think is also a great fit.
I feel like we've covered
Dart
really
extensions.
good, like breadth of the kit. You got any like tech or combos you want to show off?
Yes, I'm using a character that you could consider a combo fiend, right? Yeah. So here's one for the viewers.
Okay.
All right, let's see it.
Let's go.
That is a really long combo.
Actual first.
Holy heck.
That was just like one combo that I showed you with different kind of cancel routes.
He has a lot
and
to his
specials
kit.
being used. I mean, I'm really excited to see what all of you
With the run and then the jump and then the two different options you have after it.
Work on Warwick and just like be able to kind of represent that viciousness and virality and all of that, and now
Look at
give
that.
that to the players and see what they end up finding.
You never really know how it's going to turn out until players get their hands on it, but we're all really excited about Warwick, and yeah, we can't wait for y'all to try him.
All right, and that's Warwick in a nutshell. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and don't forget, Warwick is on the hunt in early access. You can play 2xKO for free now on PC.
We'll see you soon.
So does that mean that anybody can play it now? Cool. Hey, I'm excited. I don't know if I'll be playing him, but they definitely captured his essence, which is the most important part. So yeah, that's gonna be good.
That can do.
Let's see if there's anything. I think there's like a short or two. Oh man. Oh man. I don't really like the red alts in this game, I'll be honest. This one's okay, I guess. That one's fine. Wait. Huh. Wait. Does this not remind you of Saberwolf, or am I just tripping? Maybe I'm just thinking too much, I don't know. What was that green one? No.
When you think of Warwick, you know.
New Chipotle. Bro, Chipotle is really the fighter FGC food item, I guess. I see them everywhere. My ops know I'm real when they see me pull up in the Chipotle. What? Okay, you have the trailer.
Get the all new.
I guess we can look at Teemo's colors real fast. That one's nice. I like that one. The pink one looks good on him. That one looks good.
Teemo in patch 1.01? Teemo is playable. He's launching with 2 skins and is from the most basic to the most degenerate. To show off your highest achieved rank of the season, the store is now on.
Yeah, they finally have the store out. I know people were complaining about like the prices and all that. You know, it is expensive, but at the same time it is a lot of value. I just hope that we can get these skins later on. I think they said that you can get them in the rotating shop, so if that's the case, then we gotta see what we can get quickly. Because I want the Jinx skin personally. And maybe if I ever do dabble in Vi, this would be, if I could pause it,
Ton of value.
This would,
Rift Quest themed battle pass, and
I can't get it, but that would be the Vi skin that I'd want, the emo
don't
Vi.
forget to check back every week to see what's in your.
Them giving us Old Man Yasuo that early on is amazing. I love that skin.
Last but not least, we have a whole slew of balance changes based on what we've noticed in closed beta.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. It's about time we get caught up on this game. It's also about time we start playing the game. I've just been playing a lot of Valorant, so that's where a lot of my time has been taken up. Also trying to practice my drawing and all that, you know. It's a lot of stuff going on this month. But if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment down below, and let me know if you guys want to see me play Valorant or League on the channel. We definitely got to get another 2xKO video out because has been long overdue. That's the game I'm like most excited for right now. But all right, see y'all later. Peace.